A woman was arrested for fighting and ripping a power meter off a building. Another woman was arrested and then offered the police oral sex for her freedom. Another woman arrested after lying about being kidnapped to cover up for her cheating. Another woman assaulted a man with a coconut. And another one, arrested for DUI, tries to eat her t-shirt. All these stories have one thing in common. They're all out of Florida. They're Florida women. Not only that, they're Florida strippers. This is the Florida Friday stripper episode on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast hosted by a comedian. I'm your host, Jonesy, recording from Los Angeles, California. I'm so happy that it's Friday. Florida Fridays, baby. Nobody does it. Nobody does it. Nobody does it better.
It's Florida Friday, only on Weird AF News.
A Florida stripper was arrested for fighting and ripping a power meter off a building. Ooh, she's like the Hulk of strippers. Newport Richey, Florida. A stripper was arrested after getting into a fight with another stripper and then ripping a power meter off a building. What was she on, man? The fury started at Desire Gentlemen's Club on Grand Boulevard. Christy Caratina Mendoza, age 37, punched the other woman several times in the face, knocked her down, and kicked her while she was on the floor. I wonder if this happened on the stage, or was it backstage? Oh, they don't say. After the fight, deputies say Caratina Mendoza took a Progress Energy electric power meter from the wall of the Gentlemen's Club and hid it. She hid it? Why? She later admitted to taking it. They searched her bag and found the meter tag tangled in her wig. What's a power meter off the wall? That's such a strange maneuver. She was arrested for battery and grand theft. Grand theft? The power meter? Wow, goodness. She was taken to the Land O'Lakes Detention Center, which is a prison that makes butter. Hey, you get it? Land O'Lakes Detention? Anyone? No? Okay, just me. Well, I have to say, this is a very strange follow-up to a fight by a stripper. She won the fight, and then she's like, that's not enough. I'm gonna steal your electric power meter. That way the strip club has no idea how much electricity it's using. Like, what are we doing, huh? Hey, you guess what your bill's going to be now, huh? Take that, and I'm out of here. And now watch me go up on the roof and steal your satellite. I'm in love with a Florida stripper. No, I'm not. A Miami stripper gets arrested, offers the police oral sex for her freedom. A Florida stripper is charged with resisting arrest. She repeatedly stripped and masturbated in a police cell and offered oral sex for her release, the police claim. Lakeisha Johnson, she's employed at Tootsie's Cabaret in Miami. She gave police officers an X-rated show in her cell after being arrested. The 29-year-old removed her clothing and exposed her private parts, according to the police report. On several occasions, she did things to her breast and touched herself, explained. I'm not even going to say what it says. It's just terrible. She had to be ordered repeatedly to put her clothes back on and to stop touching herself. Lakeisha, this is an inappropriate location for such activities. When a female officer went to search her, she removed her clothing once again and started rubbing herself once again. She then offered a male police officer some oral sex if they just let her go. I don't know where she thinks she is, but those things don't work, But then again, what do I know? I mean, it's a Miami prison. I mean, who knows what could go down there? Maybe they will let you go if you give them a little show and put your hands down their pants. I have no idea. Now, there's a little bit of a backstory on how she got arrested. Apparently, she was questioned by officers. They were investigating the theft of an iPad at the strip club when she started using extremely vulgar language and began removing her clothing. That seems like a strange reaction to be asked about an iPad. She was taken into custody after allegedly slapping one of the officers on the arm. Ooh, very aggressive. She was like, "How dare you accuse me of stealing an iPad? I use Kindle." She remains in police custody. She was charged with resisting an officer without violence. She's not facing any additional charges for her vulgar behavior, fortunately. Or unfortunately. I don't know. Perhaps the entertainment value negates the charges. I have no idea. So, like, the thing with Florida is, like, there's, like, so many strip clubs, there's so many strippers, and, they're quality people. A Miami stripper has been arrested after lying about being kidnapped in order to cover up for her cheating. Karla Vasquez, a 32-year-old stripper, surely had her family in a frenzy when she called her husband over the weekend telling him that she was kidnapped. Her husband hung up the phone at first, laughing it off because Karla plays so many practical jokes. She's a hilarious stripper. Then the husband got more serious. She called back telling him that 2 men had abducted her, and she told him to report her kidnapping to the police and to give them her license tag number. In a panic, her husband went back home to see what the deal was and found that Vasquez and her black 2008 Chevy Suburban was actually missing. The dismayed husband did call the police, and a day-long search for Karla was carried out, which included robbery detectives, the tactical robbery unit, and felony apprehension team. Ooh, they sent out the whole team to look for Karla. Did they find Karla? Yes, they found Vasquez in Miami Beach with another man. Turns out she was never kidnapped at all. What a ruse! She had gone out to a bar, met a guy, and decided to neglect her marital vows and spend the night with him. Vasquez was put in handcuffs and charged with filing a false police report. Oh my goodness, this is just terrible. These are great lengths you go to cheat on your husband. Really? I mean, you could have said anything. You just tell him you have COVID and you can't come home. You know what I mean? Or don't pick up your phone. There's like a million ways to cover up this activity without breaking the law, I would think. I don't know. I mean, this is what her brain came up with, unfortunately. And at the end of the day, if you're going to tell your husband you were kidnapped, at least, I don't know, ask for some ransom money in addition to that. You're going to be arrested anyways. You might as well get a couple grand out of it, right? And you're going to be divorced, no doubt. I mean, I don't think they can recover from this. Yay! You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast. Too difficult. No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man. A Florida stripper who threw a coconut at a man filming her, accused of assault with a deadly weapon. A Florida woman was arrested after allegedly hurling a coconut at a man who was recording her outside a Key West strip club. Shanta Latasha Bolds, aged 36, was left facing a single felony charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon known as a coconut. The altercation took place outside the VIP Gentlemen's Club, an adult establishment. An adult establishment. I love how they like to sugarcoat the strip club. Arrest records posted this week listed the suspect's occupation as a dancer and her home address in North Miami. She reportedly admitted to the deputies that she had thrown the coconut, but denied that it collided with the man. Collided with the man. Coconuts collide. The guy had been filming her as she sat on the porch outside the strip club, apparently. The man's name is George Exposito. I will be honest with you, I threw it, but I did not hit him, she says. Exposito had allegedly uttered the word, ladies, as he walked past the club, sparking several angry comments from the suspect. Ladies! Bam! Coconut to the face. Exposito's footage did not contain evidence of the attack, but did show the improvised weapon as if it had just been thrown, the police noted. According to the media, police officers didn't respond when Exposito asked them if he deserved to have the coconut thrown at him. Did you deserve to be hurled at, collided with a coconut, sir? Were you being lewd? Were you saying lewd things to the strippers? Look, if you're going to say rude shit to women, you deserve to get hit with a coconut. I'm sorry. He's lucky that it wasn't worse. My question is, what was Lakeisha doing with the coconut this whole time? Does she eat a coconut between songs? I don't understand it. Is this where she gets her energy to be up there? I never knew this about strippers. Guys, did you have any idea they had such good nutrition? I had no clue. A Florida stripper tries to eat her shirt during a drunken driving arrest. My goodness, eating your shirt? Who is this weirdo? A Florida stripper put a large portion of her shirt into her mouth and began chewing it during her arrest on a DUI, the police say. Her name is Zizi McCausland, age 32, nearly smashed her Mazda SUV into another car at 2 a.m. Sunday morning, then yelled, "Oh shit!" and sped away when a police officer yelled at her to pull over. According to the arrest report, you can't just go, "Oh shit," and drive away, ZZ. What do you think this is? The officer jumped into a police cruiser and followed her with its lights and sirens blaring as she drove through stop signs and careened into an Eliza Street school parking lot. Yet the parking lot has only a one-way driveway, and the police station sits right next door. Oh, ZZ, you went to the wrong parking lot, right next to the police station, you silly woman. She must have been really drunk. Police said she got out of the car. She tried in vain to wake up her passed-out passenger and attempted to run away. The officers cuffed her despite her efforts to keep him from placing the cuffs on her, according to the report. Another officer called to the scene could see a fresh stamp on her right forearm from Rick's Bar. She was at Rick's Bar. She told the officer, "You'll be sorry. You're going to be sorry you arrested me. You know who I am? I'm Zizi McCausland." She demanded they call security staff at the bar because they would tell me not to arrest her. The arrest documents say. It doesn't make sense the way they wrote it. "You call the bar. They will tell you don't arrest me. You won't arrest me. The bar can vouch for my condition, okay?" By the way, I gave them tons of money tonight. I did. I really did. By the way, if you're ever there, try the jalapeno poppers. They're fantastic. Who says call the bar? I am not intoxicated. You can call the bar. No, they can just test you right then and there in the parking lot, Zaze. Here's a quote from the officer in his report. "I noticed McCausland had the overpowering odor of an alcoholic beverage emanating from her breath." Wow, this cop is really such a lofty writer and navigator of big vocabulary words. Perhaps a retired fiction author. Overpowering odor of an alcoholic beverage emanating from her breath. Extremely red, glassy, and bloodshot. The officer noted that she had extremely rapid but slurred speech, and when she walked anywhere, she needed to be physically guided to prevent her from falling onto the ground. Police say they put her into a patrol car against her will, but she later agreed to a breathalyzer test. She would not submit a breath sample when the cops offered her the breath test device's mouthpiece, though. She begged for another chance to submit to the breath test, and since she was acting somewhat rational, the handcuffs were removed. The police instructed her specifically not to place anything into her mouth, and that was when she stuffed a large portion of her shirt into her mouth and began chewing on the fabric. She was chewing the fabric, silly little stripper. I don't know, what does that do, chewing on the fabric? Does that fix your alcohol breath? I don't know, that's a tactic I've never heard of. I thought you popped like gum in your mouth. I didn't know you could chew your shirt and then no one knows. If you like podcasts, check out Spotify. You can listen to all your favorite artists and podcasts in one place for free. You don't even need a premium account. Spotify has a huge selection of podcasts on every topic, including this one that you're listening to right now. And you can easily share what you're listening to with friends on Instagram as well. So download the Spotify app, search for your favorite podcast, and also make sure to follow Weird AF News and never miss an episode. Yes, download Spotify and make your life easier. Hey, weirdos! I hope you enjoyed those stories about them Florida strippers now, didn't you? What did we learn today? We learned that Florida strippers are having more fun than any other little subgroup in any population all over the planet. You know, they're just having a grand old time being strippers in Florida. Whee! I tell you, oh shoot, boy. I want to give some love to a lot of people who reached out to me on Twitter, including Andrea B. and Swiss Yellow. And Oatmeal Rajin, or Ragin. I don't know how to pronounce that. I appreciate everybody reaching out to me on Twitter. You guys can do so at Funny Jones. Yeah, at Funny Jones is also my Instagram handle as well. And I post a lot on Instagram. If you want to see what I'm going to be up to this weekend, you can check that out. check out the Patreon, patreon.com/weirdafnews, where I've been posting extra media. I've posted something once a day all week, I think. Been very busy on there, which is nice. And you guys can unlock all that extra stuff, including bonus episodes, the Alligators Everywhere download. You can download my comedy album for free on the Patreon, patreon.com/weirdafnews. Big shout out to my patrons. I hope everybody's having a lovely weekend. The weather's fine in Southern California. I hope it's good where you happen to be in the world. I'm so pleased to be bringing you some Florida Friday entertainment as we lead you into the weekend. Thanks to everybody who sent me Florida Friday articles. You can always send me whatever the hell you want. funnyjones@gmail.com. That's also my PayPal if you want to send me some money for lunch or a coffee. What else did I want to say here? Call the show if you want to give me some feedback. The number is 646-450-2012. I'd like to read now a very positive review that I got on iTunes. I love it. It's from Blee504. The title is Florida Fridays. 5 stars. Oh, yeah, give me them 5 stars. 5 stars. She, Blee, I don't know if it's a she or a he. Blee504 writes, one of my fave podcasts. Jonesy is great. Alongside Corinne and Christina's Guys We Effed podcast. One of the best to lighten the mood daily. I just want more mass accents all the time. One of my fave comedians. You love that Boston accent, huh? Do you, Blee? 504? Well, thanks for the friggin' review, all right? 5 stars. 5 stars. You gave me 5 stars. Unbelievable. By the way, Corinne and Christina, big friends of mine. We go way, way back. Way back. The Guys We Effed podcast. Those are very good friends of mine. And I was on an episode in the first season. One of the first episodes, I believe. So, yeah, those are good friends of mine and very successful with their podcast. I'm so happy for them. I've been fortunate enough to befriend some very talented people in my lifetime, both from New York City and in Los Angeles, and Boston, by the way, which is where I started my comedy career. But then, so I've done comedy in 3 cities, and I've made friends with some really funny, talented people. I'm so blessed. The comedians that I can call my friends, wow. Corinne Fisher, good friend of mine, and I'm just blessed to have so many talented, hilarious, and very intelligent friends, man. And they're hardworking too. I mean, those girls really do it over there. So yeah. Thank you, Blee, and I'll try to give you more Boston accent. How do you like that shit, huh? Of course, whenever I have a Boston story, I'll do the whole article. I'll do the whole story in a Boston accent. I always geek out on those moments. Good times. Also got a pretty cool Amazon review that I'd like to read. It's positive from Sarah Robinson. I don't know if I read this one. Great change of pace, funny and informational. Informational. I love that. Funny and informational. That's a perfect description. Jonesy is witty and funny. My favorite part of the morning. Jonesy makes the news fun and entertaining again. With everything so serious and drab, he brightens my day with a great laugh and hilarious content. Keep up the great work, Jonesy. Thank you, Sarah. Didn't I read this one already? I can't remember. I appreciate you guys leaving reviews, though. It means a lot. So please leave a review this weekend. Leave a review this weekend if you're doing, I don't know, if you're just sitting around and you're drunk, just leave a drunk review. Give me 5 stars, 5 stars. Leave a friggin' positive review. The more AI words you put in the review, the more I'll read it in a Boston accent. How about that? I'm giving Jonesy 5 stars. Yeah, he's friggin' awesome. Yeah, anyways, this is a very long outro, and I apologize. Please forgive me. I hope you're having a lovely weekend. Like I say, be safe, wear a mask, please, and I'll talk to you after the weekend on Monday. Back to the regular scheduled programming.